When Janaki and I lost one of our German shepherds to a leopard, our immediate reaction was, get it out of here. This is probably the first reaction that anyone in a village has when a leopard takes livestock, and especially when a leopard kills a child or a person in a village. And they agitate for the forest department and agitate until the forest department does something about it, either traps it or shoots it. Anyway, get it out of here. It doesn't belong here. On the other hand, where we lived was right next to a reserve forest, and that leopard was living, doing what comes naturally in his own space. Around that time, we met Vidya Atreya, who had been studying leopards, particularly in Maharashtra, for many years, and had a completely different take on why leopards prey on domestic animals and occasionally people. And it has mostly to do with what we're doing to the leopards and hounding them out of space and prey and trapping them and translocating them and doing all the wrong things. And her work remarkably had changed much of the attitudes of the Maharashtra Forest Department, and a lot of the trapping and translocating that they used to do are drastically dwindled. And as a result of which, there had been very, very little conflict in comparison to when all this stuff was going on. The natural sort of instinct for them is to catch the animal and either keep it in captivity, and there's only a certain amount you can keep in captivity. There are now overcrowded reptile pens in many states, leopard pens in many states. And either that or you translocate it and put it in a place where it has no idea where to go. It may try to home back across open human-dominated landscape to get back to its original habitat, or it may be dropped in a place where there are resident leopards which will hound him out, kill him, do whatever. Where does it find prey? Where does it find shelter? It's the same of translocating almost any animal. We've even found that with snakes as well. So, yeah, it's a tough one, and it's not an easy thing to answer. This state that we're sitting in right now has one of the highest incidences of human-wildlife conflict. At least this is judging from the reports that you get. We don't hear much about Uttarakhand and stuff like that because we're far away, but it's happening a lot up there as well, particularly with leopards. But here, both elephant and leopard conflict is very high, and the forest department dithers. It does the right thing sometimes and does the very wrong thing other times. And doing the wrong thing means exaggerating the problem, and the problem persists. So there's no easy solution. There's nothing that I can say in a few minutes that's just going to change anything. But at least there are people out there doing the right studies, people like Vidya, and giving the right advice for the real wildlife managers, which is the forest department.